First, I want to share some rather sad news with you today about my mom, my mother, Nancy Septak. She passed away this past weekend. I'm sure you've seen her many times. She would usually sit here in the front with my brother, and she had a long battle with Alzheimer's and dementia, and she finally passed on March 15th. Thank you very much. And for those of you who wish to come and extend your condolences, we're calling it a celebration of life instead of a funeral. We're calling it a celebration of life this Sunday at the Boylan Funeral Home. The visitation will be from 5 to 7. For the viewing, and then at 7 o'clock there's going to be a celebration of life service. I will be playing the accordion, playing some songs in honor of my mom, and so you're all invited to come. I know some of you have mobility issues, but for those of you who can make it, that would be very nice to see you there. And later on, I will be doing a show. I'll be doing a song in honor of my mom before we leave tonight. So, I'm gonna miss her. She was a dear lady. So anyway, does anybody have any special?
Okay. Before we get to our final 3 Irish numbers, I do want to do a song in memory of my mom. As I told you, she passed away. My mom, who had played a big role in me learning the accordion, along with my dad. Like I said, they had the Lawrence Welk show on every Saturday night, and when I would see Myron Florin playing the accordion, I was the one who expressed interest. I said, it'd be really cool to learn how to play that. And so my mom and dad, they shot out the box to give me lessons. So what happened was my dad would drive us in, me and my mom, to the south side. I was 9 years old when I started. And he would drop us off, and there was an accordion center there where they gave lessons, no longer there. But he would drop us off on his way to work. And then so me and my mom, so she would carry this accordion. My mom lugged the accordion around for me. Of course, it was a lot smaller and not nearly as heavy as this one, but still, even a smaller accordion is not light. So, and I remember going up to the studio, there was a long stairway, and she would carry the accordion all the way up the steps, all the way back down after my lesson, and onto a pat bus to get home. So I really credit my mom for that. And so this next song I chose, and I'm going to be playing this at her celebration of life. She was in hospice for the last 3 weeks, and I remember there came a point where she could no longer communicate through words. And so when I would go visit her, when I would go visit her in the hospital, she couldn't speak, and I would try to talk to her, and I was just trying to get her to acknowledge me being there, and having Alzheimer's on top of being in a hospice. That's quite a task, So she was just laying there, and I remember just looking up, wasn't even looking at me. And then I started talking to her about memories with the family and the good times that we had together. And all of a sudden, she made contact with me. She looked directly in my eyes, and this huge smile came over her face. And that just made me feel so good, brought a lot of comfort to me. And it was sort of her way, and I was crying at the time, and it was her way of saying, no tears, just remember me with a smile. So that's how I choose to remember her. So in honor of that and my mom, I'm going to play the song by Nat King Cole, Smile.
Bye.